Only one kid in history had ever attempted what Benny was about to. And he got eaten. So we were worried. Real worried. Even when Benny brought out the secret weapon. Shoes guaranteed to make a kid run faster and jump higher. PF Flyers.
We can't let him do this, man.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Slate Lace podcast. How is it going? How are you feeling? We hope you are staying safe, free of corona. Things are starting to open back up, though. So that's some good news, right?
Yeah, it's great news. Even though Corona's not going anywhere, because you've seen in Beijing, they shut down the schools again.
Oh, did they? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was some news article that came out that's saying like a second shutdown could happen, and it's gonna be much worse than this one.
Man, look.
So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we're getting over the hump.
I can't afford another shutdown.
That's what I'm saying. And then it's going to be worse. So what does that mean? This was pretty bad. This was pretty bad.
It was as worse as it could get for me. Yeah. So I don't know how it could get any worse. It literally is as worse as it could.
That's what they're saying. I think we're being a little premature with opening things back up. But
yeah, well, I needed money. So
yeah, we're grateful, but like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, no, that's what I was reading the other day. So I don't know if this is.
I'm in protest. Look, they're gonna tell me a shutdown. I'm gonna be like, well, are you gonna pay me? Because unemployment sure isn't paying me.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, this shutdown can't happen.
Yeah, we can't. We can't survive a second one.
We gotta do something.
The economy can't survive a second shutdown.
Man.
But. I guess, more to come on that. We'll hear from the news and hear from the experts about what's going on. But we hope you're staying safe. Thank you for coming back. Let's get into this episode with the kick of the day, guys. I'm going to go ahead and start. I got to...
Feeling like a Jan sport.
Yeah, I know. It's got that nice little textured feel to it. It's not exactly leather. What is that? I don't know what kind of texture that is. It's more of a canvas kind of texture.
It is, though. Yeah, but I mean, it just literally feels like your backpack, so that's kind of cool.
Exactly. But this is the Cortez collab with Kendrick Lamar, the rapper. And then
the bottoms aren't clean, though.
The bottoms aren't clean. I didn't take your shoe hygiene advice. Sorry, guys. I got to get on that. But what I like about in the inside, it also got like the little imprint, like the little details where it's like Nike Cortez, preferably worn with white socks, white tall socks, and shorts. So I like that.
Wait, it says that in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that is tough. That's hard, tough.
Huh? It's got those little details. Like, they paid attention to everything with this Kendrick Lamar collab, which I like. And these are the house shoes. And that's what I like is the laceless. I like how there's no laces on that. It's got the little pulley system on the back so you can tighten it up if you want to. But yeah, I like the color of these. This is probably I don't even like Cortezes like that, but when I saw this, I had to get it. It's just a classic one. And it's just a touch of color, touch of that orange. It's got the house shoes stamped on the front. But I like it. I like this a lot, and I wear it quite a bit. So, I like to just slip my foot in. I don't really like to mess with laces too much. As you'll see going forward, I don't really like to mess with laces. So I love this shoe. I tried to get the other Kendrick Lamar Cortez. Why are those so expensive? The ones that say damn on them? It's crazy. And the Kung Fu Kenny.
Do you know the 15. Price on them?
It's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what happened with that? I don't understand why the resale went so far out, because these were cheap. I got these for resale, and it was like I don't even think I spent $200 on these. Yeah. But when I went to get the Damn and the Kung Fu, I'm like, let me just get the whole Kendrick collection. And
not.
Yeah, it was a no-go for me. But yeah, I don't know why they're so freaking expensive, but maybe they'll drop at one point or something like that. But yeah, I wear these quite a bit, and I love them. But Vinny, what you got for us? You got something crazy over there?
Not really.
This is a light day for you, I'd say.
It's a light year. So these are the Nike P6000. This is the OG colorway, in case you are wondering. So they've got several colorways out of this shoe. And I remember a couple years ago when these were dropping, it was the very first image I saw And if you know me or you're getting to know me by now, you already know this is probably up my alley. You know, an Air Max 97, an Air Max 98, you know, something Nike running, it's probably going to be on my feet.
Yep.
So, the very first image, you know how there's some shoes that just drop and you don't need to hear what the rest of the world feels about them. I can care less how y'all feel, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just saw this picture and was like, yeah,
Because
gonna need them.
I could see people be like, "Oh, that's just a running shoe."
Yeah,
or trying to hate on a dad shoe.
They'll
maybe.
try to be like the orthopedic something.
Yeah.
You know how they always try to crack Kanye with his
Orthopedic
heaters and
ones
stuff,
and all
right?
that kitchen
Yeah,
staff
the
ones.
dishwater or something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
your non-slips and stuff. So it was like I didn't even really know how people felt about this shoe, nor did I care. I just saw this and was like, need it. Period.
Yeah.
Like I can care less if you like it. And then I mean, the thing is for me, right? Like heat is heat.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see this, I'm like, this is a mandatory snatch. Like no
Immediate
question
cop.
about it. But I don't know how the rest of the world feels is what I'm getting at. So I don't know if it's able to sit or it's going to sell out immediately.
Right,
How do
right.
people really feel about this shoe? And then I was like on the internet and I wasn't really researching the shoe, but usually your explore page on IG or your homepage will kind of start to flood a little bit of
Yeah.
certain shoes. So
Yeah.
you'll see like the 350s or you'll see the basketball shoe and then you kind of know like, okay, so the world is going crazy for this shoe or they definitely want this shoe. And I remember at that time, I wasn't seeing anything about this. And I still don't really see anything about
I
this.
don't. I haven't seen those before you got them.
But that's what I love because at the end of the day, there's shoes that I have that are general release. There's shoes that I have that are sought after by sneakerheads. And then I like shoes like this where I can put them on and walk down the street. And, you know, I can go on sneaker or StockX right now and probably buy these for $120.
Yeah.
But people just don't even know what they are to go after them. So, like, I'll wear them and people are looking at me like,
No, they probably think you just
Wait.
got them at like
yeah, like,
your average running store or something
what
like that.
what are these that you're actually wearing?
Yeah.
You know, and then that's when you let them know. But it's just like, yeah, like this is just a regular running shoe. This is, you know, I mean, if you put your bid in on GOAT or StockX, you probably could get these.
You could probably buy it
for
now.
like 80, 90, right?
Yeah.
It's not even really that expensive.
You don't have to bid. Like, no bids necessary.
But me being me, and I wasn't really sure how the rest of the world felt about it, and if it was like gonna sell out and stuff. Which obviously I
Yeah.
found out when I put them in the cart, and it was kind of an easy purchase. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, you know, no one really wanted it like that. But yeah, I bought them the day of, pretty much when they dropped.
Okay. On the drop, man. I see it.
I love them. These actually is crazy to think about because these actually are women. So it's okay, no, it doesn't say anything. I thought it's OG Iris one. But so
Interesting.
I usually have an issue getting women's shoes because there's a lot of women's shoes out there that I honestly love, but they never go high enough for me to get my shoe size because I have sort of like a big foot. So when I found out these were only releasing in women's, I was like, well,
Yeah, and it's hard to even find like 11 in women's.
you know, right. Like chalk it up
Yeah.
as a loss. And then I think I bought
Wow.
them, you know, I bought them off, either I bought them overseas off like,
Gotta hit those international markets.
oh man, you know I buy overseas all the time. There's a
Yeah.
lot of running shoes that like won't release in the States but will release overseas because there's a market for it. And I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna pay the international fees to get them over here. You know, it is what it is.
Okay, you heard it here on Slay Lace. Check those international.
You do.
International
You know,
retailers.
but don't tell a friend about it, okay?
Yeah.
Because
so
if
worried.
I start missing out on shoes overseas because of y'all, I'm gonna have a real problem. But not to get too windy, I think I either bought them overseas or I bought them on Nike. I can't remember which and where I got it, but again, nice, clean silhouette.
I like
dig
the
it.
silhouette.
Reminds me of the 97 a little bit. Reminds me of the Bullet Train, like they were, like the inspiration was for the 97. You know, they got the established here in 72, you know, when they really started doing
That's
the
cool.
Nike Bowerman Yep, even says it right here, Bowerman series. So, I mean, it's nice. It's nice. You really, you can't go wrong with it. It's solid. People don't even have it, so I dig it. You walk down the street, no one's gonna really have it on their feet.
Yeah, it's always good to have a shoe that's not really seen too often in the streets.
You
want to have a unique style and unique.
It's nice to be in the jungle and
know,
you're not out here being hunted. There's not a lot of other wild animals with these on their feet as well.
I feel you. But that shoe actually ties into something that we're going to get into with these latest releases that are coming out. So, I don't know if you guys know, but, Virgil's doing his thing, and he's coming out with another Off-White. This is the Nike Dunk. And they literally remind me of this shoe just in a dunk silhouette.
Yeah.
So it's more, obviously, like more condensed, because dunks are more of like a small kind of chunkier.
Yeah, because it's like a skate shoe.
Exactly, where this is like an actual runner. But it literally has these like, what would you call these? Like these lines going up it and everything.
But that's why I was saying it looks like a subway train. Obviously, the inspiration of the 97, but it has those type of lines, those speed lines in a way, like when something's taking off and it's like, bullet pass right you. Going right
these are
past
supposed
you,
to be coming in the summer. The Off-White Dunks, they're dropping in that varsity blue and like I think a white and silver colorway with the gum bottom. I like the gum bottom on it though. That's kind of new for him. But they're dropping for 180. You're probably not going to get them. You're not going to get them for 180 certainly.
Know that now.
One lucky person will, and the rest of us will have to pay $4,000.
Well, the one lucky person is going to turn around and sell it and make it for make his
flip
money.
them real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like maybe he got his inspiration from this because Virgil's kind of like
that's what he does.
Dude,
that's how he gets down. He doesn't change too many things to the shoes.
Yeah.
I remember when I did see them. And I know we did talk about it, but I remember when I seen them and I was just like, I got those shoes already. Like, what is he doing?
I texted him to Blair and I was like, oh, he's dropping these. Like, they're kind of heat. I was like, who dunks? Like, now that I keep looking at it, I don't want them. But I remember I was throwing it to you when I was deciding, like, I could get them. And you were like, I have something very similar.
Very similar.
Very, very similar. And then he showed me these, and I was like, yep, that's pretty much the influence of the design. This whole upper is literally the upper of the Dunk. We'll obviously put it on the screen for you guys, but this is the exact upper, just with blue, silver, and white, and, a gum bottom. And then your classic Dunk silhouette, literally. So yeah, I mean, maybe he could have drawn inspiration from it. Probably, he probably has his top 10 shoes that he goes to.
Yeah. And when I was in art school, they always used to say, you can use certain styles for inspiration, and you can create things with it. The only thing that you have to do, I think, is change like really 10% of it.
Yeah. That's the same thing with with like images and stuff like that.
Right. In order to not steal.
Yeah.
So I mean,
true.
Virgil is making a living off really only changing like 10 to 20 to 30% of a shoe, and virtually making it his. He'll take like this and then change the logo around, put a hang tag on it, put a zip tie on it.
Exactly. The zip tie is kind of hard though.
No, I'm not even trying to crack them. I personally do not like the zip tie, and I don't want to be disrespectful. That's why I don't have any Off-Whites, because if I did, I would cut off all the zip ties. I would cut off the hang tags, because I roast people alive when I see them walk around in they Jordan 3s and they still got the hang tag on there.
No, those are ugly. Like, take those off.
Well, what are we really doing? Right. So, but I mean, that's just me personally. So I've never been like a fan of that, but I salute anyone out there putting their style out there and they getting money. So shout out to them. I'm just saying, for me, I just personally don't like the hang tag, but some of the shoes are tough. I want to say his Air Max 90 take on them are pretty tough.
Yeah.
His Jordan 1 take on them are pretty tough. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say he ain't doing it. I remember there's an unreleased colorway that hasn't come out yet, and then his UNC blue one, probably like two of the best ones like ever. And those ain't even OG Jordan 1s. You know what I mean? That's like him just knowing colors and composite, you know, like just really knowing colors and how to put things together.
Exactly. But
And so, you know, shout out to him.
touch back on that 10% thing. I think of other designers that are doing the same thing, like Ronnie Fieg. I mean, he's literally just putting different colors. Like,
well, he's keeping the same silhouette.
Shoe, yeah.
Virgil's trying to like convince other people that it's a brand new shoe.
Yeah, but
in a way,
they're not doing that much to these shoes.
No, not at all.
They're just putting their little style on it. But yeah, no, that's a good point.
And the thing is that once the game has been influenced, a certain style has influenced the game. Any shoe that you see, you kind of just can't unsee it. You know, you kind of look at certain shoes, and they all look like 350s in a way. You know,
Yeah.
you get your non-slips at work, and they look like 350s. You know, you go to Payless, and shoes look like the Yeezy 350s. You know, other Nike shoes look like the Yeezy 350s.
start
Like
making
once
them,
once a certain style
You know how
kind
many,
of
like-
saturates the market, ends up being what happens.
You know how many like
happens.
Birkenstock like sandals I see? Like
That's what I'm saying. You know.
those things are all throughout Walmart. I was like, are these Birks? But no, of course not. Because you look at the price and it's like $5, and Birks is like $130.
Exactly.
So you
But
know
once
it ain't the real thing. But
once an OG hits the market that everyone loves,
yeah,
you better believe everyone else is going to make their own variation of it. And, you know, so I mean, Virgil isn't really doing wrong. He just knows
nah, he's killing
the
it.
Air Max
too.
90 sold. So if I can kind of just create this cool new version of it, I'm a hit.
Mm-hmm.
If I do it with a 97, if I do it with a, you know, whatever, a Jordan 1, I'm going to hit like
And
a
boy-
Jordan 5. And my thing is
Boy,
right.
did he.
Jordan 5s is trash to me. For the most part, they're trash to me. I know you love them, but for the most part, they trash. But now I done seen him flip some, doing the right touch of color with like the cream and things like that, and I'm like,
Yeah, that one
okay.
that hasn't dropped yet. That
yeah, like that unreleased one too as well. I'm like, that's dope. That's dope. You know, and I won't even really wear a 5, but I would wear those.
Yep.
Once I cut stuff off of them, but again,
Yeah, take that.
you know,
You're gonna take that zip tie off. I feel you.
yeah.
But guys, a quick warning before we get into these next releases. Delays are happening. Delays are happening like crazy. So we're gonna say these release dates, but they might not.
They might be.
By the time
subject
you're
to
watching
change.
this, it's gonna be a different release date with this whole COVID situation. Nothing's dropping when it's supposed to. What the basketball shoes?
Yeezy basketball been messing with me for a long time.
has been delayed several times, and several
Many
other
of times.
shoes that we have on our radar have just been getting delayed. So
Yeah.
don't shoot the messenger. We're gonna give you the dates that we've seen, but they are subject to change. You know, hopefully we get out of this COVID and things get back on track regularly. But just a warning, delays are happening. So we don't know when these shoes are gonna come out. But the first one I wanted to get into, I'm on the fence about, is the Jordan 3 Varsity Royal. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I
yet.
have. It's
Yeah.
it's basically
all blue.
the gray. It's gray, you know,
Yeah.
right at the bottom
Yep,
part here,
yep.
but it's blue on the sides. Yeah.
So it's like what they did with the what was it?
The
red
Chicago,
one. Yeah.
the Chicago one,
That
but they
one.
did. They
But they
literally
did it
took
blue.
the Chicago, but then they made it blue.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it's that one. It's dropping. It's
nothing to
coming.
be on the fence about.
It's dropping June 25th. So that's like dang near next week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dropping for $190. So pretty affordable. It'll probably resell because I'm going based off what the UNC colorway did. And that thing, well, y'all know my story.
Mm-hmm. It's not
I had
the same.
it.
It's not the same shoe though.
Yeah, it's not. It's uglier.
This one's $190 too expensive.
Yeah. But I had the UNC in my cart. And then when I went to check out, it was gone. So you guys know my story. I'm going off that. These are probably going to resell like crazy, get
They
picked
better
up.
not.
So let's get into our thoughts on them. I'm not a big fan. And by our thoughts, I mean our slate rate. As you guys know, we go based on a scale of affordability and style. So, Vinny, 1 to 5 on affordability at $190.
I wish I had some of these written down because I don't. What did I say? 190 is. I mean, did I say that's like a 2?
Yeah, you're very.
Well, I mean, it's just
difficult
like.
with these,
I mean, even considering
but-
today's times, if I can't go right now in the bag and buy them,
Yeah,
It's,
no, and I feel you because
you know,
we really lose track of like the everyday consumer. Like
exactly.
I understand what you're
right now. I'm an everyday consumer.
You're fighting for the little man, which is good.
I am a little man.
So 190.
Man, it's like a 2.
Yep, I feel you on that. And then style.
The 3 silhouette is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But with this blue, it's a 1.
Yeah.
As far as, you know.
So Blair's got it at a 3 out of 10.
And that's pushing it.
The
blue, oh my gosh, the blue just
ugly.
doesn't even work. It's not even the right it's a muted blue. You know, and that makes no sense to me. If you really look at it, everybody, and once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it. But the blue is the exact same tone as the gray on the shoe. Nothing is standing out at all.
Yeah.
It just looks like a dark shoe.
There's no pop to it. It's ugly.
Who pushed this shoe through?
I have no idea. We need to talk to
who was
Jordan
sitting there
Brand.
at the table and was like, "Yeah, that's heat. Let's go ahead and push that one."
Also, it just reminds me of a kid shoe. It reminds me of something a child would wear. It's not for a mature taste. I didn't like it at all. Literally just saw it. I was like, I'm going to talk about it on the podcast, but it's not something that I want to get my hands on.
It's not. Yeah, it's just basically the same tone. So it's not making the shoe interesting at any point. Not really. I don't know where I want to look when I first see the shoe. There's nothing that's grabbing my eye when I see it other than I just go, dang, someone's wearing a pair of Jordan 3s. That's all I see is a pair of Jordan 3s with some bad colors on it.
I feel like it's going to be on like a youth kid. Like it's just not something I don't see.
It just looks like someone took some acrylic paint and decided to design their own shoes and do their customs, but then messed up. And then was just like, I'm not going to touch the rest of it because
somebody was lazy going to their work or going to their job that day.
Yeah.
To give my quick rating, 1 to 5 affordability. 190 is not terrible. It's not great.
You spending 190 right now?
Heck no.
Okay.
I'll give it a 3 on affordability. I'm more generous on my
very generous
affordability scale, so I'm gonna give it a 3. And then on style, 1 to 5, it's a 1. I got it at a 4 out of 10. Don't get these. That's our recommendation to you, but
I hope you don't even need my recommendation. I hope you can just look at them and know you don't need them.
More power to you. If you want them, we're gonna let them sit and spend our money on something better.
Maybe you can find them at the outlets in 6 to 8 months.
Yep.
But that probably won't happen because 3s are 3s in other people's eyes. So.
Yep.
All
and I love the 3
people.
silhouette. Like I think the 3 silhouette's one of my favorites besides the 1 and the 2, and then maybe the 11. So
debatable, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a fan of the 3 silhouette, but gotta leave these as is. Leave them on the shelves. Moving on though, this one I'm excited about.
Okay.
And it is the Jordan 5 alternate grape. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast, I've brought these up before.
Yeah, you have.
So I am a true fan, and these are dropping July 7th for the same price of $190.
And we definitely think of Will Smith too.
Yep. So yeah, because he was wearing them in
with
the
his
Fresh
hands
Prince.
in his pockets.
Yep. But the famous meme
when he's staring in the empty house.
Yep.
Man, that episode was funny.
It was good. It was hilarious. Yeah, so July 7th, 190. I'm going to try and get these. I've been having my eye on these for a while, so it's definitely something I really want. I know I'm not going to get them for retail. These are going to fly off the shelves. And look, listen, the crazy part is I don't even like 5s. Don't like 5s at all. I've also said on this podcast.
You like 5s more than anyone else, though?
I like this color. When you throw some good colors, you can make me forget that the shoe is ugly.
Right.
If you do it right.
Right.
And that's what they did here. Jordan Brand did their thing with the alternate grape. I like the purple. Purple is obviously, my favorite color. So that's a big draw on it. And I just like the mix of the colors with that turquoise is in there, the gray is in there. It's got some nice color mixing on it. So I'm going to try and go after it. As you know, I've brought it up. It made me like the 5, which is weird because I've roasted the 5. I don't know what other 5 we brought on here. But we've talked about other fives, and I like lit
I think
it
we
up.
talked about the fire red fives that are coming out.
Yeah, we've
think
talked about
so.
some fives, and I was just like H to the no, like
Yeah.
not gonna rock it. But these I'm getting for sure. What are your thoughts?
The colors are dope. I will say that. I do like looking at the pictures. I think it was Michael Jordan when I forget what commercial it was that he was doing at
Oh,
the
he did a
time.
commercial on them?
Yeah, and he has like there's
Okay,
a whole fit that goes with them.
Oh, there is. See,
yeah,
I'm not with the jump. I'm not with the head to toe alternate
Yeah.
grape. I'm not gonna be alternate
I
graped
don't-
out. Like, I don't like that. Like, put your own flair on it. I'm not top to bottom in matching with my shoe. I don't like that.
Now, I'm not gonna say that you can't dress if you do that, but it just always feels weird to me when I see someone say they buy the Jordan 11s and they release like a matching shirt to go with it. Usually it's not like in the package. It's not like if you're on finish line and it's like buy the matching shirt, but usually someone may just conjure up a shirt that's kind of similar to it, and then you walking down the street and you see someone wearing this shirt and the shoes, and it was like, you didn't have to get the shirt to match,
Yeah,
right?
I don't like
to
that.
make the shoes match. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy to make things match. You don't have to have a pair of matching shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
But
odd.
Mike had a little jumpsuit in the commercial.
Especially jumpsuits. Especially like
Yeah, I'm
like
not a big jumpsuit guy. The best jumpsuit out there really obviously is the classic Adidas one, but even that you're not really gonna see me
Even
in
that, I'm
either.
probably just gonna rock the bottoms, to be honest. 'Cause I
Yeah,
have, like, the
I'm not
Adidas
definitely not a
bottoms.
top guy.
I'm not
Definitely
gonna
not
be
a top guy.
Look.
But yeah, all the way to the
Yeah.
neck and stuff. Now I'll do that, but again,
I
that's
will
in a
too,
windbreaker. That's
exactly.
not in the matching fit.
Yeah.
To just be a Nike'd out, Adidas'd
Yeah.
out, because it's the best that I can do or whatever. But
Going back to the shoe.
the colors are dope for sure. Even the original colorway is dope.
Yeah, I think you posted on the story, the Slate Lace story.
I did. And then the metallic silver is also fire, but we're obviously not talking about that five. But as far as fives go, I mean, it's a very, very, very short list as to what looks good. And it's the same thing with the twos.
You're not lying. Okay. See, he had to throw on the twos because I like the twos.
I'm just saying, twos is, I mean, people.
I'll be alone on it. The twos is heat. I don't care.
I like to be like on the internet, argue with me, at me. Yeah. Look, a gang of people will at you on that
They
about
will.
the twos
But
easily being one of the worst Jordans. And again, we don't, after like 16, I don't consider anything Jordans really,
I don't even go that high. That's true.
So as far as those go, 2 is one of the worst out of those 16. But the colorway is dope. It makes the shoe look better than what it is.
Exactly.
Again, the 5 honestly is not a bad shoe if the tongue didn't exist. So if
is it the tongue with the does it have the holes on the tongue? On
it's
that
just
one?
the tongue is like this big, so it like
Yeah, okay, all right. I know
it
what
just
you're
goes
talking about.
like this high
the
up.
6s are the ones with like the
Oh yeah.
no, them things is horrendous.
Nah, the 5 tongue is easily the worst tongue.
Stop. The
Of
6
all
tongue.
of all tongues of all time, the 5s are up there as
And
far
the
as
6
tongues go.
Looks good.
See, 6s look fire in shorts.
Not them tongues. I'm sorry.
6s look fire in shorts, but the problem is that it's a very big shoe, so you
It
need
is.
the dark colorways.
And it's like clunky too.
Because if
like,
you
it's
exactly,
thick.
so but if you get the dark colorways, it creates the illusion that the shoe is not as big as it appears to be. But I do think it's dope. I don't know. I just that 5 colorway though, it just resonates with me.
It's hard.
Like that light teal is quintessential 90s. I love to see that color
Yeah.
pretty much in anything though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they
Whether
should
it's
incorporate that more.
architecture, whether it's cars, it's really nice. So them using that makes it solid,
Yeah.
and if they fix the tongue, which obviously they'll never do though, if they have fixed the tongue, I mean, that could be one of the greatest shoes, because anytime you can create such a great silhouette and have a colorway like that, man, you really can't go wrong. And You know, it's unfortunate you hate the 6s as well, because that is another. I mean, the silhouette is iconic, but of course, if they handle that one,
I mess with the
as well as they could have, it'd be fire all the way through as well.
Yeah, but I mess with the 8s though. I think the 8s are kind of similar to the
8s is top 3 to
as
me.
As far as like thickness, bulk.
Yeah.
But they got the nice like kind of the straps.
That's
on
the
them
nice
stuff.
bulk. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the 8s. I like the 8s. I'll add those. I always leave those out when I mention Jordans, but yeah, I mess with the 8s.
I don't talk about them too much because I know people don't care for them too much. But I mean, after
they're not that popular. You never really hear.
After the 3 though, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
So I got a huge love for 8s. Got all the 8 colorways that are OGs, of course. So yeah. But yeah. So to sum it up, the 5s are just really an okay shoe, but with these the great colorways, the alternate and the OG,
makes it
that much better. Will I go after the shoe? No. Even if I had money, probably not. But could I see myself wearing it? Yes. And could I see myself putting a fit together with it? Yes. But will I get it? No.
On that note, get into your
my rating system. I have to go ahead, and as far as affordability goes, it's still a 2, because if I gave the 3s a 2 at 190, then you know that number remains unchanged. Now, as far as with this colorway and what it's doing, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5. So we got 6 out of 10.
Okay.
And you know that's our system, so it is what it is.
Hey, look, we're trying to look out for y'all. But yeah, okay, the style you gave it a 4. That's good. That's good. Because you know Blair's also tough on the on the style.
I mean, you can't just get a 5 like that. Yeah. Just you know, all willy nilly.
Huh? Have you given out a 5 yet?
Yeah. Ooh, I got very close with the Yeezys. I wanted to give it a 5.
I still don't think you gave the Yeezy.
No, I did it a 4.5 or 4.75. I think I said.
And you've been talking about this shoe nonstop.
You know, yeah, but I love it, but it just can't get a 5. I keep saying the 5 is like a Huarache. It's like the Jordan 3 OG.
You did not say Huarache.
What? You don't like the Huaraches, the OGs?
They ain't no 5s.
The OGs?
The Huaraches are
Scream
dope.
Green?
Look.
Scream Green. Okay, come on.
The Huaraches are dope, but they
Scream
aren't
Green?
no 5s. Sorry.
Scream Green, you tripping.
But yeah, I get you. It's got to be something.
I mean, the thing is that it's just 200 colorways later, 300 colorways later, so you don't think about it the way that I do. Maybe
that's it.
But I'm talking about the very first color of the Nike Huarache.
I feel like I've seen it, but maybe not.
You haven't. I mean, you've seen it, but my thing is that you don't see it every day. You see Huaraches every day, no matter where you go, but you don't see the OGs unless you see them on my feet.
I'm gonna check them out. Well, do you have them?
All the OGs.
Okay, of course.
You should have known better.
I gotta take a trip to the dungeon to see. But my rating on the alternate grapes, affordability, 3. I gave the other one a 3, right? Yeah. 3. 190 is not horrible. Whatever. Save your money. Save your next couple paychecks. And then style's a 5. Again, I've been talking about these. If you go back, check the tape.
Rewind the footage.
Rewind the footage. I've been talking about it. I want these bad. So it's a 5. I got it at 8 out of 10, and I'm definitely going after them on July 7th.
You crazy.
Don't go after them, guys, because I definitely want them, and I definitely want them for retail. That won't happen, but fingers crossed.
Said I'm giving you the news, but don't go after them.
Yep. We're here to help you, but please help us.
But do not cop, please.
Exactly, by not getting them. The last shoe we want to talk about, which is actually kind of a lot of different shoes, because they're releasing a lot of different colorways of these, are the New Balance 327s.
Fire.
We've been posting about these nonstop on the. If you follow us on Instagram at Slate Lace, you know we've been posting about these on the story nonstop. Blair's brought them up
on previous episodes, right?
Previous episodes. We like these shoes.
Taking L's on them.
Talk about you took a L.
I went after I think they call it marine yellow and orange.
Oh, that's the one you wanted? Okay.
Right. So it's the one that, because what I love is just basically, it's a color wheel, you know? It's like going from cool to warm or warm to cool, whichever way you're
yeah.
looking at the shoe. But it starts blue and ends up orange. And I mean, you don't really see that every day on a shoe. I mean, for me, that's probably like a 9.5 out of 10. It's very clean. And the thing is that in the same breath, there's a couple other 327s that are out right now, like the Casablanca collab that they did. The orange ones, fire. The ones that I posted today, as of
green, right?
June 16th, 10:39, a few hours ago, I posted the ones that it is green, but what they did is they took out the green and then they made it cream instead. But the end is still green. Those are fire. The purple ones that are coming out for females only.
The purple with the suede, guys.
Fire.
That one is hard. That one is probably my favorite colorway of the New Balances for sure, and I want to go after that one.
New Balance is clicking. And just to touch quickly, what I do like is that they basically dug into the vault and they took a couple of their shoes from the 70s and they meshed the two of them together and made this shoe. And a lot of times, I'm telling you, you just got to go back to the archives. There's a lot of dope shoes out there that if you could just touch on them, you'll have something.
I think I touched on it last time. It reminds me of like a country club, like kind of tennis shoe.
Exactly.
Like something like very vintage. That's why he likes it. Very vintage, very
and a
classic.
Nike runner.
Yeah.
At
Very classic about him. They're a nice style, nice silhouette, and thin. Like it's not too much material on them. I like these a lot. And the
It's
purple
simple.
with the suede shoe.
And extremely affordable. And the other thing is that this is New Balance's. And New Balance's answer to the Yeezy 350. That's what this shoe is.
Right.
That's why you're getting 200 colorways. Because think about it. When the Yeezy 350 dropped, it's colorway. And you're like, dang, just give me a new silhouette. And they're like, nope, colorway.
I was wondering. I'm like, every time I'm like, dang, they're doing the same thing, just different colors?
Exactly.
They're throwing mad colors at us.
They're seeing what the market has done, and they're realizing that if a shoe is dope, if you change the color even a little bit, people will still go after the shoe. And they're noticing that with a 350, so they're like, well, let's just do the same thing. But the thing is that it is not a 350. The shoe is fire. I love it. But, I mean, you know how I feel. I always want a new silhouette. I'm just that kind of guy. So you gave me, I think it's probably about 3 or 4 heaters in the next 10 to 11 that they're going to drop in this whole year, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I don't want any more 327s. Do something else. What else can you do?
Yeah. Well, I agree with that. But, shoot. You get what you get. I don't know. You gotta talk to the designers. You gotta talk to the. We gotta get Blair. We gotta get Blair in the boardroom.
The shoe's dope though. Don't get me wrong. It is, but I just a shoe loses its value, and that still goes to the 350, and it still goes to the 500. It goes to any Yeezy. It goes to any shoe that you oversaturate, and you put like 6 million pairs out there, and you have 6,000 colorways. Yeah. People don't feel the same way about the shoe as when it's as exclusive as it is. Now, of course, you do want a shoe to be exclusive, but then you still want a shoe that everyone can wear. And I don't mind walking down the street and seeing everyone wear a certain shoe, and I have the shoe as well. But my thing is that I don't want 10,000 other colorways of that shoe.
See, I'm on the fence because I guess I'm
well, you're in the right, and you're the creative type, so you would want to design your own shoe and have everyone wear it. And if you had 10,000 colorways, that's what you would want.
Exactly.
You know, you'd want everyone to have some type of color and get after it.
Exactly. And then I keep thinking about the Air Max I want like 50 pairs, but it's all just the Air Max 1. It's just several different colorways.
See, so that's like, too much. You don't need another option. You need 3 to 4, 5 OG options. You go after those, and then you get a new shoe. I don't want another colorway. It's too much.
Like probably 10 variations of the Air Max 1 just like saved of different colors.
It's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick a different Air Max silhouette. But yeah, man, I just kind of got like once I got my first pair of Air Max 1s, they just fit so great, and that silhouette's just great. I keep getting those, and then they just put out so many different variations of those. There's like thousands of them.
Exactly.
It's so many. It's ridiculous.
Now, I will give each company a grace period, right? Because when you look at the timeline, you got the Air Max 90, 90, 93, 94, 95, things like that, right? So this is year 2020. I'll give them all of 2020 to do the 327. But if 2021 comes along and we're still doing a 327, I have an issue.
Okay, all right, I get you on that. I feel you on that.
Now, but the thing is
something new.
Exactly. Now Yeezy, he keeps giving you the 350, but at least you see like unreleased shoes and potential shoes that will be coming out.
And when is he gonna drop these things?
I don't know, but at least he's like hinting at these things are gonna happen, because I do not want to see you push me 350s for the next 5 to 10 years. I don't want to see New Balance push 327s for the next 5 to 10 either.
Kanye literally just wears one of ones on the streets. We get all these paparazzi photos, and they're never released. Yeah, it's crazy. But let's rate the 327s as a whole.
Oh man, including
all the colorways. So no specific colorway in mind.
Okay.
Affordability. What do you give it? What do they retail for?
100. It's 100 retail, and then obviously the collabs are 140.
Okay. That's still.
And then the collabs end up on StockX for a lot.
Yeah.
I seen today that my shoe is going for 478 in my size for the Casablanca. But excluding all of that, as far as affordability goes, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5 out of 5. And then as far as originality, style, and all that goes, I'm going to give it also a 4.5. So that makes it a 9.
Okay. All right.
Out of 10.
Solid 9 out of 10. I'm pretty much right there with you. On affordability, at 100...
You can't even beat it, really.
You really can't beat it. I'm going to go 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then style, I love the style. I'm going 5. I got to add a 10 out of 10.
See, it's worth the 10 out of 10.
It is. And then especially that purple with the suede.
I know. I mean, you better go after it, since I can't.
I'm going to go after it, yeah.
I mean, now, if they make it large enough till it goes all the way to like a 15 in women, then I'll be able to get the shoe.
Yeah, I might have to go. Yeah, I might even have to size up, because I don't know how those fit. Did they fit? I don't know.
And the New Balances that I do have, I can always go a size down. So I wear a 13, but I have noticed I can wear a 12 in New Balance.
Oh,
so
really?
you can also go down a size if you need be.
No, then I'll probably just
notes to other people.
I'll probably just, you guys can size down, but I'll probably stick with the 10 just because, I don't know. I can sometimes wear an 11 as well. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to get a 10 in, like, a New Balance if it's a women's shoe.
Yeah.
But I always go 10 on men's shoes.
And for, like, final thoughts, basically, know that the New Balance is sought after. People really do want these shoes, especially if you look at it and you go, dang, heat. Like, when you see the colorway, that's how everyone else feels, because everyone has already basically okayed the silhouette. Everyone has deemed the silhouette to be fire around the world. So everyone is going to go after it if you think the colorway is solid, because people are noticing that there's a lot of colorways going out. So people are picking and choosing their spots and when to go after which ones. Mm-hmm. So like for the marine yellow orange that I went after, everybody and their mom wanted them and sold out in a blink of an eye. I had it in the cart, was putting in the credit card information and it was gone. Yeah, just like that.
That's terrible.
So just know, if you think it's fire, everyone will be going after that one, especially Casablancas.
One more thing before we wrap. Have you noticed that even the advertising and like the marketing of it is like that vintage style too?
Yeah, I know.
Like, everything is makes classic. I love it. Like even the whole marketing team over at New Balance is doing their thing right now, because it's classic, like like an old school billboard almost is what they're doing, and they're putting the shoe, and then the backdrop is that old school billboard. So they're pulling out all the stops for these shoes.
It's got a Nike vibe to it.
It does. Yeah, it's like New Balance is trying to step their game up, and they're doing it.
They are.
Sure. Yeah.
They are. They're trying to make a push to be in the top 3 brands, to be up there with like Adidas and Nike.
Yeah. What else would be there? Jordan, which is
well, Nike. I mean, if you want to put that in with Nike, but it would probably be a Adidas, Nike, Converse, maybe. Yeah. Adidas, Nike.
I mean, I like Puma.
I don't even think. Yeah, but I don't think Puma's that high up there yet either. And I don't think New Balance is either. I mean, I think Converse is bigger than we think.
And then Converse is also kind of Nike too,
for so many years. Yeah. It's the subsidiary or whatever. Yeah. But yeah,
Nike's just they take everybody. They're number one.
I mean, the third spot is open if New Balance can make they push. But you got to realize it's just many of years of like people being at the top where New Balance has a long way to go. But if they continue to make shoes like this and kind of can create this brand or this name like Yeezy is right now, then you know that push will come.
Yeah, shoot, Yeezy might get up there himself.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, get these shoes if you want them. As we come to a close for this episode, we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you learned something. We're always going to keep you up to date with new releases. We're going to have more episodes coming soon on various releases, as well as various collabs are coming out. I want to talk about some of these upcoming collaborations that Nike's going to be doing. I think Doc Martin has another one that I want to touch on. So a lot of cool collabs coming up that we will be discussing on here. So stick with us. We appreciate it. And you guys stay safe.
Yeah. That sounds about right to me.
Yep. As always, please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram @SlateLaced. Later.
All right.